This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, Bangor police are investigating the death of a child.
Detective Lieutenant Brent Bollier says the child was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries on Sunday morning. Despite steps taken by hospital staff, the child died on Sunday night. The hospital notified police and the Maine Department of Health and Human Services. Lieutenant Bollier says the investigation is ongoing and no further information is being released at this time. According to Bollier, this was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public.
Well, Maine State Police are now investigating a fatal shooting in Waterville. Shortly after 8 o'clock this morning, the Waterville Police Department responded to a reported shooting outside a residence at 18 South Grove Street. Maine State Police say one person is dead as a result of that shooting. A second person was shot at but was not injured. The deceased individual was transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta, where an autopsy is expected to be performed tomorrow. The Maine State Police Major Crimes Unit is working with Waterville Police on that investigation.
Traffic was badly snarled through Holden earlier today thanks to a downed cable. Crews were on scene at the intersection of Route 1A and Route 46, where a cable broke off of the traffic light at that intersection. Cars were backed up in all directions as repair crews worked to reattach the cable. Traffic going by the G&M Variety Store was backed up for at least an hour.
Well, each year, the Maine Principals Association's high school basketball tournament draws large crowds to the Bangor area, sparking a boost in business as well as excitement throughout the community. Our Grace Blanchard gives us a look at the impact for those off the court.
It's tourney time again for high school basketball, which means Mainers have been piling into the Cross Insurance Center.
It's a big draw for people. They love the tournament. They love basketball in Maine. They love the kids.
Director Alan Snell has been organizing the tournament for decades. He says he always looks forward to the excitement from the community.
The kids are so excited, not only just the players and the cheerleaders, but the bands.
For some fans, it's a chance to relive the glory days.
And we won the state championship undefeated back in '67.
Local Bill McAvoy says the tournament has been a big part of his life, going from player, coach, to now spectator.
I look forward to this every single year, and I'll tell you, you have some great games here, and you can just sit there and enjoy it.
Those working in concessions say they've been prepping for the large crowds for days.
We're constantly on the go. It's more busy during the weekends, but even during the week.
Area restaurants say it's also a huge boost in business for them.
Got a lot of friends and family that are coming in all the time, and we're staying busy the whole time, so making good money and having a good time with everybody, so it's a win-win.
And many devoted fans plan on staying in the area all week long.
A lot of them say, well, this is our vacation. We want to come down here and spend 3 or 4 days and get a hotel room, and I know exactly what they're saying.
For all the latest coverage on the tournament, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
There's a space in Herman where artists, woodworkers, and other creative-minded people gather each week to work on different projects. The community lab and workshop is called the Bangor Makerspace, and for a small monthly fee, members can access that space and all the tools inside of it 24/7. Our Jody Hersey takes us there.
People do everything here, and it's inspiring and exciting to be here.
There's no shortage of things to do at the Bangor Makerspace in Herman. This community workshop is where tinkerers and other crafters gather to create things, share their expertise with others, and learn new skills. Mary Francis Bees Orchard is a fiber artist and a member of Bangor Makerspace.
I come weekly. I've actually used the space before to have meetings. I sometimes take lessons online, and so if the house is noisy or the internet's bad, I come here. It's good. A good space to work.
She's been inspired by artists from different generations that use the space.
There's a man here who's 3D printing a sock machine for his teenage daughter. A circular sock knitting machine where you crank it and there are needles all around and it makes a sock.
Bangor Makerspace opened in Freedom Park in Herman in 2021. For $60 a month, members have 24/7 access to the space and the resources inside, which include 3D printers, computers, carpentry tools, and storage space.
The idea of the makerspace was started by Michael Revel. Before he moved up to Maine, there was a very large community called the Bangor Hacker Club. They would meet at what was Borders to get together and talk technology.
Bangor Makerspace is also open to the public every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
And we just want people to utilize the space. We want it to grow into more of a community workshop.
Come see what we're doing. It's an amazing place. If you have an interest, someone else here does too.
In Herman, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A February break is a time for friends and family to connect without the stress of school. But with so little time, it's hard to know exactly what to do with it. Our Matthew Juroncic hit the slopes to see how some kids are starting off their break.
With this week being February school vacation, it can be stressful to figure out what can be done before the break is over. But one way you can surely make Maine vacations count is by putting on your coat and strapping on your skis.
At Herman Mountain, there's so much to do during February break. Whether it's skiing or snowboarding or tubing, Whitcomb says he wants students to have fun this break.
Seeing the kids have fun is truly what it's all about. We've actually had 2 little snowstorms. We've called them blizzards this week. One was a couple inches, one was an inch, but it still was exciting because we just aren't seeing any natural snow this year.
The kids say they're having a blast.
I am super happy and I'm having like the extreme fun. So fun. It's a blast.
Others say the break is a way to connect and do activities they enjoy doing.
It's fun to get a break from school and to just like have fun and hang out with friends.
And especially if you come here and you just put your earbuds in, listen to music, and just go down the mountain.
More importantly, it's the memories made shredding some snow that makes memories last a lifetime.
I get a lot of alone time, which makes it real nice. And we get real close that way. You know, we have a lot of time on the chairlift and skiing, and it makes it real fun for both of us.
In Herman, Matthew Juroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
So every little bit of snow, there are businesses out there that are really reveling in that. And I guess it came just in time for February break. So good to see that people are taking advantage of that recent snowfall.
And every time I start to feel like I don't feel like shoveling anymore, I remember that, you know, so many people enjoy the winter sports. I actually do as well. And more importantly, so many businesses thrive off of them. So more often than not, I kind of think to myself, yeah, all right, let's have a little more.
Absolutely. And that tubing experience looking pretty incredible as well.
I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Alrighty, folks. Well, it certainly was a chilly one today. That wind did kick up.
Yeah, we were feeling that for sure.
For sure. So let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Monday. A west wind today, gusting near 20. Normally not too big of an issue, but with air temperatures in the 20s for highs today, we felt it. A rather cold day across the entire region, but we're going to keep things cool tomorrow and probably for Wednesday, followed by some much warmer air getting in here before the weekend. Lots of clear skies out there right now. We have a partly cloudy sky out there for tonight. And then overall, nothing going on here and nothing going on over here. We are in a dry stretch of weather now, most likely into Friday afternoon, so a full 3, 4, 5 days without precipitation around here. Our forecast then tonight, we're talking about mostly clear skies, some partly cloudy skies, and low temperatures down near 11. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter?
So certainly those chilly temperatures sticking around.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the Portland Jetport is getting an influx of federal money.
And we'll have the latest surrounding the death of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Those stories and more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard Parks.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
Machias Savings Bank is proud to partner with Coastal Women's Health.
We want to be partnered with a company that's in Maine, that understands Maine values, but is committed to staying with Maine businesses and partnering for the future.
In the near future, Coastal Women's will be expanding our space to allow us to take care of more patients in southern Maine, and we're happy to be partnering with Machias to take care of our needs in that expansion.
Machias Savings Bank, the bank of yes.
Good luck to all the area basketball teams in the tournament from Color Concepts, 840 Hammond Street, Bangor. Congratulations to the Hamden boys and girls basketball teams on a fantastic season from R&K Variety. Hamlin's Marine wants to wish the best of luck to all the teams that worked so hard to make it to the tournament this year.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. 3 of the biggest airports in New England are slated to make improvements to control towers, gates, and mechanical systems under a nearly $1 billion federal plan to strengthen the nation's air travel infrastructure. The Portland International Jetport in Maine is set to receive $10.4 million to install new passenger boarding bridges and make other improvements. The FAA says the largest of the New England grants is going to Logan International Airport in Boston. The federal money is going to a total of 114 airports across the nation.
Certainly welcome news for travelers there. Unfortunately, this is not. Gas prices in Maine have risen slightly. According to Gas Buddy's survey of more than 1,200 stations across the state, they increased almost 2 cents per gallon last week, with the average price now sitting at $3.22 a gallon. That is more than 7 cents a gallon higher than a month ago, but still 22 cents a gallon lower than a year ago.
Former President Trump is being criticized by his Republican presidential rival Nikki Haley for remaining largely silent on the death of Alexei Navalny, Russia's leading opposition figure. It comes as the Biden administration points a finger directly at Vladimir Putin. And new this morning, Navalny's wife releasing a video claiming she knows her husband was murdered and why. Here's ABC's M. Wen from Washington.
Former President Trump still staying silent on the death of Vladimir Putin's fiercest critic, Alexei Navalny, despite making multiple appearances since Russia claimed Friday Navalny felt unwell and collapsed in a Russian prison.
If we win Michigan, we win the whole ball game. We win everything.
The former president has only posted on social media comparing himself to Navalny, claiming without evidence that the U.S. justice system has been weaponized against him. Trump's remaining challenger on the Republican presidential primary, Nikki Haley, criticizing him for neglecting to directly weigh in on Navalny's death.
Either he sides with Putin and thinks it's cool that Putin killed one of his political opponents, or he just doesn't think it's that big of a deal.
This coming days after Trump also set off alarms saying he would encourage Russia to attack NATO allies who failed to meet agreed-upon defense spending goals.
We need to remind the American people that Vladimir Putin is not our friend.
Russian prison officials claim Navalny, who is serving a 19-year jail term for offenses widely considered politically motivated, died from, quote, sudden death syndrome. But Navalny's team insists he was murdered and says his mother was told his body would not be released until investigations were complete. Navalny's wife out with a new video today, claiming she knows her husband was killed and why, saying she will tell everyone about it soon. She went on promising to keep fighting for a democratic future in Russia. Meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, Navalny's death, along with the fall of a key city in eastern Ukraine this weekend, have added urgency to the debate of passing more aid for Ukraine's war against Russia. But House Republicans have insisted no more foreign aid until more border security has passed. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a 7th grader from Herman has come up with a pretty sweet way to fund the required travel for her cheerleading career.
And in sports, we'll have a live report from La Crosse Insurance Center, plus highlights from today's state basketball tournament action. Stay tuned.
The Furniture Gallery's President's Day celebration is on. Your choice of 3 colors, this Ashley recliner, just $2.99. Host dinners in style with a new 5-piece dining set, only $3.99. Get comfortable with the new sofa starting at $4.49. Or upgrade to a spacious sofa chaise for just $5.99. All full-price Ashley bedroom furniture, still 10% off. And save up to 70% off clearance items. Hurry in while it lasts and save big. Shop local, save money at the Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Good luck to all the area school teams in the tournament from McCusa Petroleum, Dover Foxcroft. Good luck Nokomis boys basketball team and all the area teams in the tournament from Newport Glass. Best wishes to the Penobscot Valley Howlers teams from Maine Collision Center. For all your collision repair, we help straighten out your life.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is Levesque Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At Levesque Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. It is day 3 of the state basketball tournament. 8 games on the docket today over at the Cross Insurance Center. Before we get to this morning's D North quarterfinal action, Tyler Cruz is live at the Cross Center where the C North quarterfinals are underway. Tyler.
Hey Ryan, thank you. Yes, I am here at the Cross Insurance Center for the Class C Boys North quarterfinals. Game 1 wrapped up about 30 minutes ago. That was Fort Fairfield beating Dexter 57-46. Moving on in the semifinals, Dexter led by 2 at the half in that one, but a big second half from Fort Fairfield led them to victory. And behind me, if you can't hear, we are on upset watch. Number 2, Fort Kent trails 29-19 to Mount View right now. There's 3:20 left in the half, and those Mustangs fans, man, they showed up in force, really propelling their team, giving them some momentum. All fun to watch right now so far in Class C Boys. Later on, we will have Class C Girls. Our first game in that is Penobscot Valley against Hodgdon. But for now, this second half should be exciting, and the rest of the first half to see who gets to play for Fairfield in that semifinal. We'll have all of those highlights later for you on Fast Break and Fast Break Extended. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you in studio. From the Cross Center, I'm Tyler Cruz. Ryan?
Thank you very much, Tyler. Can't wait for that. Now let's go to the highlights from this morning. The Class D quarterfinals are all wrapped up and the semis are set. Let's roll the film. Game 1 from the Cross D Boys quarters between 4-seed Katahdin and 5-seed Easton for a 9 a.m. tip-off. First points of the game, here's Easton's Chase Flewelling, bringing it to the foul line and draining the nice running jumper. Later on in the first, Katahdin's Connor Edwards out to Brighton Hartsgrove in the corner for the triple. Oh, I'm sorry, corner three. Later on, third quarter, Easton's Owen Sweeney swipes this ball and goes all the way to the hole for the lay-in. He had his 1,000th point in this game, too. Congrats to him. Later, it's Katahdin's turn. On the steal is Edwards. He's going to do the same with the jelly and one. Close down the stretch, but Katahdin goes on to win it 55-51.
It was a team effort tonight. We all know that we had to run our plays through and we had to play tough defense, and that's what got us the win at the end.
Shout out to Easton's Owen Sweeney, like I said, on that 1,000th point. Now the final D-Boys quarterfinal, top seed and unbeaten Skank against the 9 seed Wisdom. First quarter, on the steal is Skank's Mason McDonough, who needs a lay-in. Let me slam this thing down, 2 hands for safety. Later on, Wisdom's Landon Picard goes up for the floater, but he is rejected by Owen Wyman. Still first quarter now. Wolverines can't handle the rebound, but Cam Pelletier for Wisdom corrals it and nails the mid-range jumper. And finally, Sam Jacobs into Wyman in the post. He goes up and under, off the glass, count it, and the foul. Skank rolls to the semis, 74-21.
Can't wait for to play against Katahdin. We've been scouting them all year, and we want to match up with them because we're just taking it one game at a time. We're going to go for the gold ball, hopefully.
We'll see how that turns out. Now to the girls' Class D quarterfinals. First D girls of the day, the 4 seed Jonesport Beals against the 5 seed Skank. Third quarter, Jonesport leads. Mary McDonald over to Rachel Crowley in the corner for the 3, and it goes down. Later, Skank with it. Loose ball scooped up by Abby Hutchins, and her mid-range is nothing but nylon. Late fourth now, Skank down 3. Lydia Matarazzo on the steal. Over to Addie Freeman, back to Matarazzo. Her 2-pointer is good, and it's a 1-point game. Next possession, Jonesport Mia Mills on the break, running the length of the floor to the hole, and she gets fouled with the bucket. And the last chance here for Skank, Freeman's 3-pointer is off, Mills the board, and Jonesport Beals hangs on 48-43.
I get the ball and I see a lane, I'm taking it. I'm not letting no one stop me. And if I'll take the foul. Because most of the time I'll make my foul shots. Tonight was a little rough for me at the foul line, but it's okay.
And now the final D North girls quarterfinal, the powerhouse 1 seed Southern Rustic against the 8 seed Deer Isle Stonington. Hey, look, it's the Mariner. First quarter, DIS's Maya Brown over to Hannah Billings. She takes the 3 and nails it. Mariners up 3-2. Later, Southern Rustic's Allie Shields to her sister Cammie in the corner, and her triple goes down. She had 36 in this game. Second quarter, Mariners' Madeline Eaton's lay-in is going to go off the mark, but Megan Wendell is there for the follow with the foul. Finally, here's Allie Shields intercepting a pass with a perfect read. Shields strolls to the rim and gets the 2 to go. Warriors win big here, 81-39.
Mr. U always says, like, the quarterfinal game, the more aggressive team will win. So we just try to be the more aggressive team and really turn up our defense.
And we will have more action tonight on Fast Break and Fast Break Extended. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Hey, Ryan, thank you. Okay, up and down temperatures are the story this week. Initially, temperatures kind of cool. Highs tomorrow back in the 20s to low 30s, and lows at night in the single digits, but then some changes in the air later on Thursday into Friday. So single-digit low temperatures tonight and probably again for tomorrow evening. Somewhat breezy in there as well. Normally not a big deal, but with air temperatures single digits, a west wind around 10, make things feel a bit cooler out there tonight and tomorrow. And then plenty of sunshine is also back in the forecast for tomorrow and most likely for Wednesday too. All right, the wind out there today again out of the west around 10 miles per hour. Normally not a thing, but here we are with air temperatures in the 20s today. So it felt like winter, but the sunshine felt good across the area, as you know. The wind though will begin to die down tonight and more so throughout the day tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, the wind is likely to go calm for several hours and tomorrow night. That could give us some dense fog in areas late tomorrow evening. Until then though, here is a small craft advisory. Wave heights about out here about 8 to 10 feet through tomorrow afternoon. All right, so high temperatures today hanging out in the 20s. This is about what we're supposed to do, 30 in Bar Harbor. A bit cool for this time of the year. But like I said, warmer temperatures are on the way. Not so much tomorrow or Wednesday, but more so for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And here we are, we're building some heat across the west right now. Temperatures in Texas back in the 70s or so as we head towards spring. But for now, this little tongue of cold air is just close enough to us currently, giving giving us those cooler temperatures tonight and throughout the day tomorrow and probably tomorrow night as well, with those single-digit low temperatures across our area. Lots of clear skies out there tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow. And there's just nothing going on here across our neck of the woods or back off to the west, but there is something over here. That is going to be our next weather maker, likely getting in here later on Friday into Saturday with a rain-snow mix in the area this weekend, likely into Saturday afternoon. All right, going forward though, so tonight no issues at all. Tomorrow no issues at all either. We could have some increasing clouds late tomorrow night. Here comes that next system, not for Thursday, but for Friday with a rain-snow mix across the area. Here's Friday afternoon. It does not look like a big storm system, but you get the idea. We do have some weather in the area arriving Friday and most likely not ending until Saturday afternoon. Our forecast though tonight, we're talking about mostly clear skies and kind of cold, right? Low temperatures down near 7 with that northwest wind gusting near 10 for tomorrow. All right, lots of sunshine around tomorrow, but breezy. That northeast wind could gust near 20, making that 26 feel much colder throughout the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows a slow temperature climb, right? So 26 tomorrow, 36 on Wednesday, back up near 40 on Thursday. Here comes that next system though for Friday, a high temperature of 41. Behind that system, some cooler temperatures get in here on Saturday with a high temperature right near freezing. Beth and Peter.
All righty.
So a bit of a mixed bag coming our way this week.
Indeed.
All right, we'll be ready for it. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, and there is still more to come, folks. Stay with us.
Hello, fellow flyers. I'm the Savvy Traveler, here to share the secrets of convenience at Bangor International Airport. Parking, you're steps away from the terminal. Inside, even more conveniences. And friendly, efficient security. All of these make BGR the official airport of you. Remember, the Savvy Travel through Bangor International Airport. FlyBangor.com.
SNAP-Ed is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program education. The nutrition programming is provided by nutrition educators who really understand their communities.
This work requires partnerships because it's about supporting the community.
The things that we teach people, I know it makes a huge impact. What we do is not just good for people who receive SNAP benefits, but for the whole community.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win. Whether you can pinpoint the problem or can't quite put your finger on it, the friendly professionals from Coastal Auto Parts can help point you in the right direction. With Maine's largest network of parts, you can trust your vehicle will have what it needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Because Napa knows the keys to a winning team. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts helps keep our communities running. Team up together with the fuel that keeps us firing on all cylinders. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
A Herman cheerleader and her family came up with a sweet and memorable way to fundraise for her team's travel expenses. This is Amaya Stubbs' first year cheering, and the 7th grader was recently asked to join a higher level team within the Cheer Magic All-Stars, which competes at the D2 Summit in Florida. Since this is a travel team, families are required to pay their own expenses, so the Stubbs family came up with the idea to sell 50 virtual pieces of chocolate for $5 a piece. If Amaya sold all 50, she'd get the opportunity to throw a pie in her dad's face. A fundraiser indeed. Just so happens that her dad, James Stubbs, is the animal control officer in Herman, and there was a catch.
It was that I was going to get pied unless I sold all 50.
And so what happened?
I sold all 50.
We weren't planning to go to Florida this year, and so we decided to try some different fundraising ideas. And the thought of either of them getting pied in the face was appealing to me. I thought it would be entertaining, if nothing else.
Well, Devon's Kitchen in Herman opened its doors quite literally for the family to use in order to fulfill and film the outcome of the fundraiser. You just saw it right there. Oh boy, the Stubbs family is already brainstorming other ways to fundraise for that trip to Florida. Can't wait to see what else they come up with.
He's got some cleaning up to do.
He does. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.